I love this early strategy. If OMO Abyssinian sticks with this strategy, I'm really going to like it. You ban away the Slowbro with the hopes that you can grab the Lapras. However, LG playing really well into that time frame. They're going to be choosing that one as their ban. So, 2 defenders now off the table. Umbreon is going to be in tough contention. However, of course, Inteleon and even Leafeon, which OMO has definitely been showing a lot of draft priority to all weekend long. They could try to grab this early. However, I imagine we're going to be looking at either Umbreon or Inteleon here.
That's a great call out. Something I want to shout to OMO Abyssinian. A lot of the teams from the East don't respect Slowbro as much as the teams from the West. Yep. And to see OMO make a nod to the Slowbro, get that off the map, shows to me that they're thinking through this event and evolving a little bit, locking in another premier defender in Umbreon.
Wow, look at this aggressive draft from Luminosity, taking out 2 incredible damage-dealing Pokemon, Inteleon for their attacker, and then taking away the Zoroark from OMO Abyssinian. If they want to play that double speedster composition, they're going to have to be moving a little bit farther down the tier list in terms of speedsters to round out that play style, thanks to Overlord grabbing one of the best in the game.
Well, 2 things to note. In the face of those damage dealers, they give themselves another bulky Pokemon in Blastoise, but that pivots over, and you wanted the Elo Hoopa. They're hovering it now. This might be our first opportunity to see it today because, man, it is something special to watch Elo work with that Pokemon.
I know you have been in your Hoopa training arc for many months now, it seems like.
Yeah, and I'm not getting any better.
Okay, good. Well, now is the time to focus up, Deuce. Next, Elo is about to put on a clinic, I know, but what is OMO Abyssinian going to grab for their support pick? Umbreon really can fill in that role. Right. Blastoise can fill in that defender role, but honestly, both of them like that more flexible position. Grabbing a true support Pokemon like Eldegoss is a really good round out. Now, what I honestly do not like out of this draft for OMO Abyssinian is this Espeon pick. This bottom path has been such an important one, and time after time, we've seen the Alolan Ninetales be a bit stronger of a pick here, but due to Espeon being picked, that natural counter of A9 into Buzzwole, it does not exist, and now this Buzzwole pick feels a lot safer into this combination of OMO Abyssinian. All they're going to have to do is avoid those Umbreon mean look stuns, and other than that, they're going to have free range to run around.
Yeah, I kind of thought maybe that Eldegoss would become a Clefable, at least get the gravity coverage there as like a pseudo coverage, but big shock to me, and something we haven't seen almost at all this weekend. There's no Urshifu in this game. Not on the bans, not on these teams, which means they are going deep in the well to figure out how to break each other here and move through this World's event. Wow.
Well, I mean, Abyssinian had a draft that I definitely had some question marks to in game number 1, but they made it an extremely close game against the current reigning world champions of Luminosity Gaming. Let's see how game 2 looks as Kello and Wonder Chef take us away.
All right, here we go, Chef. OMO Abyssinian versus Luminosity. Now, Luminosity, they are looking quite fierce. If they take this, they're going to progress their way through that winners finals and send OMO Abyssinian down into that lower bracket.
That's right. I'm still shocked from exactly what Doomsnack said. An LG game where there's no Urshifu. I actually do not literally remember the last time that we saw that, so I am very surprised. But on the other side, OMO Abyssinian, they were just 2 picks away from having the full Eevee team. I feel like they should have just done it at this point.
Look, you gotta rock those full Eevees, get that little boost.
Yeah, 1% buff.
No, we have Squirtle and a Gossifleur there. We're fine. Otherwise, we are sending that Leafeon into that central area. It makes sense. You want to get it online, and we do have the Gossifleur. I believe it'll probably end up taking this red buff for themselves to just slow down their opponents.
Yeah, and of course, this is going to be the most confusing little phase where you have 3 EVs on the same team. You're going to figure out which one is which by looking at those kind of health bar portraits. But once they start getting that level 4 involved, it will be a lot more simple. But whoa, okay, aggression going on. This Buzzwole might go down right off the bat. Great heal there, and it's not quite going to go down, but a surprisingly high amount of damage from a Gossifleur / Squirtle path up on top. That seemed like that was not going to be quite that much.
Look, it's just all about getting that experience earlier on, trying to get those levels, especially coming up to a Buzzwole that doesn't evolve at all. Squirtle and Gossifleur, they have to play it safe. Otherwise, down in the bottom half, we do have some aggression. We have Luminosity getting those first points of the match. So that is some stacks on the table for them.
Oh, the Sobble going down instantly, but then in return, the Leafeon going down instantly. This is just, they're just playing Leapfrog, but with, I don't know, it's KOs, I guess. That's going to be huge EXP on both sides. I mean, being able to take down the Sobble very quickly is a really great way to shut it down. It doesn't hate its early levels because its current water gun is very, very strong, but you really want to kind of nerf it for a little bit later in the game.
Oh, but we do have that Pollen Puff attached to Overlord. It is able to survive and make it on out as we have the Buzzwole and the Phantom Bear to protect it. Going back, going to make sure to get those buffs in. But you know what? Hooper Portal is going up, it's going down, I don't know. But we have Curios here in the bottom path, once again trying to contest this farm, trying to get that level 7 ASAP.
Yeah, Curios having a little bit, I wouldn't say it's too difficult of a time, but you know, had a little bit of a tough time getting all that early EXP. Still, the overall lead in EXP is going to go to Luminosity, and whoever's going to get this 8-minute spawn is going to be at a huge advantage. And that looked like that was not Psyshock looking like.
No, it isn't. It doesn't have that secure.
Yeah.
Instead, it is... I can't even remember what that move is, Chef.
I know.
Oh my gosh, my brain's just blanked. There we go. We both blanked.
You know, to be honest, I blinked out on it, I threw it to you, and I was really...
How often do we see an SP on?
I know.
All right, here we go. We do have another KO. Zora Arc is down for the count right now. We do have Trevenant making sure to be in that front line, making sure they do not get any dunks. They want to keep that as a donut.
Oh, yeah, but, oh, wow, that's so much damage. Look at, even on the Umbreon, Temp is having to get out of there, the liquidation. Oh, immediately doing so much damage, but also doing so much damage is going to be that Solar Blade. So this is just going to be damage to damage. Once again, Inteleon is going to be a really key part of all of this. I'm actually really surprised that we ended up seeing Curios get that Inteleon again. It's going to have to deal with the Leafeon this time around, with Schwa piloting a different speedster, which is arguably maybe even a scarier speedster, but depending on how it plays. And there we go, that's exactly why, especially with that Unite, one of the greatest kind of targeted KO options in the game. But who's going to get the last hit? That's going to be, once again, Schwa on that Leafeon, looking to be popping off once again, I say as they get KO'd.
Yes, that is a bit of a trade there, but we have the Zorak on the hunt. Overlord wants some revenge, but are they going to get caught out? No! Slash is there for some backup to use a huge Horn Leech, and now we have a reset there from the Hooper Portal. They are diving back in. Umbreon is left all alone. 1v4, they cannot survive that at all.
Wow, look at that. That Solar Blade took over half of Curios' HP in one single hit, but then it was just like, yeah, I'm just going to farm up a little bit of damage, try to get that over 100k at the end of the game, but I'm going to let you take that goal because I definitely cannot solo defend that. That's one of the biggest things. Oh, speaking of that, getting taken down immediately. Wow, Overlord just running amok. Oh, but getting taken down by the foul play, it looks like maybe. Oh, no, actually, it was the Espeon that took it down in the end. So finally finding some answers, but we're not seeing as heavy of a support on Overlord this time. So we'll see if Overlord can stay up as much as he was previously.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade there. We do have Buzzwell trying to get in there. Dunks, but Leafeon was there to try and stop that. Going in back for a reset and allows this Leafeon to take those Swabloos for themselves.
Oh, try to get that last hit with the Solar Blade. Solar Blade's such a great secure option. That's the biggest thing, is one of the best secure options, maybe the best actually, from a speedster in the game. I think that's actually true. I've never really considered that, but it's almost definitely true. And we'll see if it comes into play again here one more time. Like, we don't have the Psyshock, so we're gonna we're gonna not have that easy secure, but a great way to use that Unite 2 from the Trevenant. And this is gonna be just an attempt to back up. They've got to back up, they've got to defend this. This would take it down to 20, which will add a pretty good overdunk if they wanted to, but aggressive out of Luminosity. They're going to be using the Hoop Unbound, trying to pull the entire team over. However, they're all kind of falling into the danger zone, as it's going to be one going down. Overlord at minimum, trading for the Blastoise. Regieleki, though, is going to be the 6th man, make the numbers in their advantage. 2 down on the side of OMO Abyssinian, and that's going to be LG taking that tier 1.
Now, because that Trevenant ended up getting that 27, it wasn't as great of an overcap, but you know what? That tier 1 is gone, and it's going to create so much space for Luminosity here. We do have a Reg Ice that has spawned in this bottom path. Overlord trying to solo it, but Eldegoss is sneaking their way over along with the Umbreon, hoping possibly to get a steal. But look at this sneaky Inteleon hiding in that tall grass. Is it going to get spotted? And can they get the snipe here? Reg Ice ends up getting locked down once again by Shua on the Leafeon.
Schwa has been an MVP player for sure this set so far, but I don't know if it's enough. Getting targeted there by the Buzzwell, managing to get away pretty well. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Schwa getting targeted. That was going to be the Espeon. And whoa, big Unite from the Blastoise, cannot quite catch Rin, and that is going to be a lot of EXP they're going to be missing out on. They still did manage to get Hoopa at least, so we're going to get some of that. This is staying a very competitive game. I feel like this is closer than we saw in game number 1.
Oh, close indeed, but you know what? It was, if I do my quick math here, it's about 103 points in the lead to Luminosity right here. Look at that, I can do math. Otherwise, we have another Rings Unbound from the Hooper. They are trying to just apply some pressure. Phantom Force to just knock up that Leafeon, but they are able to speed away Eldegoss, being collateral damage there.
It's actually 97 points, but you know.
My bad. There we go. I can't do math.
Never try. I'm surprised that I got that one even. But yeah, also I figured out, by the way, Sword Power. This is going to be for Lucky for sure for Luminosity, but Sword Power is going to be the other move that we're going to see on that Espeon, which has been working honestly very, very well. It might be an attempt to try and be able to kind of control some of this speedster ability without having to get that solo target, especially against a Zoroark. It can be very hard to manually target any of your Pokemon moves against them.
Yes, well, we do have OMO Abyssinian making sure to take care of that Regieleki, but all the meantime, as they are distracted, we have 3 members of Luminosity making their way downtown. We have the Buzzwell and Trevenant diving onto that tier 2 as everybody else is just farming up experience, trying to see what they can do and get their Unite moves back. Trevenant in a bit of a pickle does end up getting taken down. A really risky move, I must say, from Trevenant and Buzzwell to go down there.
It was. And now also there was a little bit of opportunity, I think, that LG kind of wanted to try and take this basement Reggie. They're still kind of going around it. There's 20 seconds left. They could go for it if they wanted to. Looks like Overlord's starting to shift down, but they don't want to overcommit. They don't want to get picked at this exact moment, and especially the fact that now Slash went down as well. I think, yeah, it looks like they're not going to want to fully commit to it. They have a lead, but it's a lead that if Ray is taken, no matter kind of how many people are still up, this is going to be a really good spot for OMO Abyssinian. But Luminosity just needs to win one more to make it into the winners finals. They've got the lead. They've got great positioning. They've got a slight level disadvantage, though. They're going to have to make this work.
But the benefit is everybody has their Unite moves as they hide in the tall grass, trying to find some unsuspecting prey here. Who is going to get caught out? Elo is wandering around, pops that Hooper portal down there to just distract them, waiting for that Rings Unbound to be popped out.
I feel like that Ray took a little bit of time to turn around. That was kind of strange, but there's no real big commitment. We've actually got Rin, I believe, up on that top path looking to get a huge back score. Look at this, nobody to contest, and that's going to be a big initiation instead for Abyssinian, realizing that they're going to have the numbers advantage, but they're going to be the first ones to get taken down. It's going to be Schwa going down, and so LG completely in the lead, taking down 2 more with only 2 left and a 200-point lead. Luminosity going for this. Can Blastoise get the steal? It's the last chance possible, but being chased down by Kyrios on that Inteleon, that's going to be it. No way to come back from that. 50 Eos energy in all of their pockets. That is going to be LG.
This is the benefit of having that Rings Unbound. Obviously, you had that Buzzwell going and dunking in that top half, but as things started to look dire there, it made sure to come back as soon as it got those dunks. They are waving on in, trying to take them down. They have those shields on hand, but we do have Inteleon getting taken down. Hooper is still trying to kite around, save that shield, but you know what? 751 to 117. I think there's a clear winner here. It is Luminosity.
Yeah, all you can do at this point is say, you know what, we're going to get a few revenge KOs. We're going to try our best. 10 seconds left. You might not even be able to get to that tier 1 and get any of those points in. Regardless, it wouldn't matter. Luminosity keeping the dream of the West alive as they're going to be moving into the winners finals 2-0. Congratulations. A great showing.
Look, this is why they were the world champs in 2022. They want to take this back to back, and they are really showing us what they are made of. But obviously, it isn't over for OMO Abyssinian yet, as they do make their way down into that lowest bracket.
Yeah, they've been playing amazing. I felt like they were doing really well in a lot of those situations. I think a lot of this just came down to those Rayquaza fights. Again, we saw such amazing speedster play out of Schwa in particular, just destroy